But the system is slowly organizing, and it has plenty of warm water ahead of it before it gets to the Big Island of Hawaii. But this system has most of its bad weather kind of in front of it and to the right of the track. In other words, toward the Big Island. So the way this is setting up, whether the center makes landfall or not is not really relevant. The bad weather is going to make landfall on the state of Hawaii. There's the system now, and you can see the thunderstorms are all on the north side here. 60-mile-an-hour winds is the estimate. Currently, pressure continuing to slowly go down. The conditions out here are not pristine. It's not like a system in the Atlantic, so we don't expect this to explode into a Category 3 or 4 hurricane or something. There's dry air, and the water temperatures are warm enough, but not super warm. Close up, you can very clearly see where the bad weather is. Look, it's all up here. So if the system comes in this direction toward the Big Island like this, then the bad weather is going to be up in here, and that island is right in the way. And I think the Big Island is going to take the brunt of this. The other islands are all going to feel it because we have this very unusual track parallel to all of the smaller Hawaiian islands as well, but with those big mountains in the way of catching the moisture, catching the wind, and so forth, the Big Island is unfortunately just positioned where this could be quite bad. All right, so here's the cone from the National Hurricane Center. Very high confidence cone now because the models really are almost an exact agreement, as you'll see. But there you see, if it goes right down the middle of the cone, it's going to come very close to the southern tip there of Hawaii Island, and it's not going to be that far because it's moving parallel to all these other islands. So if the worst weather continues to be on the north side, it's going to have everything to do with exactly the dynamics and the shape of the feeder band on that north side, and whether it's right over the islands or just offshore. All right, so here's the idea. It just intensifies through the day today so that the center is approaching the islands overnight tonight, but the weather will start deteriorating during the evening hours today. It'll be noticeable that there's a tropical system out there on the Big Island and then passing by there tomorrow afternoon. But the weather during the day tomorrow is going to be terrible on the Big Island with the wind shifting dramatically, and that's going to change what part of those mountains get the worst of the weather. I said that the models were in agreement. This is the consensus of the old models, the traditional ones, not the AI ones, right? But look at the Google AI is right on top of it. So the forecast here is very, very high confidence. Whether it makes a technical landfall on the island is really irrelevant in this case. As a matter of fact, the more landfall it makes, the more disrupted it will get. But it does look like it's going to come close enough to disrupt the circulation when it goes by here, and exactly what shape it's in when it gets over here kind of remains to be seen. It's going to be a very close call. Plenty of warm water there. This is all the 80-degree plus water down here, so it's warm enough. It's not super warm like in the Atlantic or the Caribbean, but it's warm enough to support this storm. All right, so let's time it out here. Here you see, now when it says PM here, it means this afternoon Hawaii time, or this evening Eastern time. So the rain begins, but the core of the storm is way back here. This is where the strongest winds are. But still, when you get a strong outer band like this with lots of moisture, it can start to develop problems with those mountains. It runs into those mountains, and then it has to run down. Here we go. Let's go forward in time here to overnight tonight into tomorrow. Now we're starting to get the stronger winds with this band here. So every band, as you get closer in to the system, has stronger winds with it. So overnight tonight is going to be pretty scary because the winds are really going to howl. Now let's go a little farther along here, and now we're into the morning hours tomorrow. This looks like the closest approach. Now, you can see that the model, this is the European model, is a little behind the National Hurricane Center's location, but just imagine this being a little bit forward here, and this core of winds right here would be over the island island on the National Hurricane Center's schedule. That would be in the morning hours tomorrow, early morning hours tomorrow. And then moving by, and look, then this band out here with the strong winds is Maui, Molokai, moving up toward Oahu later in the day. But still, this back end comes in here over the Big Island. So the Big Island is going to get an extended duration of rain. And if you notice, the model has elongated the center here. That's because of the disruption of those big, almost 14,000-foot mountains on Hawaii Island. And then moving on by, but it really depends here now on what the shape of this comet is up here. Does it go right over the islands and just continue the rain, or are they in a gap? Hard to say. So the rainfall estimates are going to be kind of just an approximation. And look, here we are Monday morning, and the model keeps one of these outer bands still over the islands here, and then another little stronger one over Oahu and Kauai. So the rain looks like it is going to last through the weekend to 1 degree to the other. It might be off and on, depends on if you get in between one of those bands and then moving on out. Here on the Big Island, look at this. Here we are. We have the winds at 5 a.m. Hawaii time. So this is 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. And then this is the total rainfall on the mountains. So look where the winds are blowing. They're coming in like this because the storm is still offshore, right? Well, what's on that side of the island? That's Hilo around over here. See Hilo here, so it's going to be onshore like crazy early tomorrow morning there. Giant waves up in the harbor there. And here you see the total rain amounts in the dark red here. See, that's up in the 12 to 18 inch range. Some spots up to 2 feet of rain or so. Hard to tell exactly where. The other thing to notice is here we have Mauna Kea and then Mauna Loa here, and you have these passes in between, and what happens is the wind goes up and then it rips through those passes because it's squeezed by the mountain peaks. So this is going to be very dangerous up in there, and you have smaller peaks against these mountains where the wind gets funneled. So unfortunately, this is going to be, I think, very bad for the Big Island. Maybe worse than Hone because it's a little bigger storm. Hone was 2 years ago. And then coming around the other side, you see there's other saddles in here where the wind will get squeezed and then go down the other side very strong. So this, again, winds at 5 a.m. Hawaii time tomorrow morning, kind of directly onshore on the northeast coast there where Hilo is. All right, and then the overall rain, as you've been seeing if you've been watching Fox Weather, you see the Big Island, but all on the windward sides of all of the islands, including Oahu. And all this water, remember, that falls uphill has got to go downhill. And so mudslides and flooding and so forth. And Kauai, of course, has a big mountain there as well. So it really depends on where this band, you can see the band in the model. It shows it kind of being just offshore, but if it were just a little bit like this, would enhance the rainfall over the mountains. It's just too close to call. This is just a computer estimate here because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen when the system goes by Hawaii. The Big Island, Hawaii Island here, and how disrupted it gets, and exactly whether the course changes and so forth. When the systems interact with those big islands, they can jog around a little bit, so making an exact forecast downstream is really impossible. The idea is it weakens a little bit, maybe down to tropical storm strength, but not a whole lot, and then heads off and then strengthens again as it heads into the open Pacific. All right, let's make a mention of the Atlantic here. The systems are kind of weakening and are less likely to develop. This one is unlikely to develop now, but will move into the Caribbean as a moisture surge with gusty winds. Here you see it's getting ripped apart, and the dry air is just taking it over. This one's got a lot of dry air here, too. I bet the odds on that one come down as well. Watching them go now, here you see the moisture with them, the green, and it's all kind of misformed because of the dust. This is the Sahara dust up here. Okay, here we go. And you notice it comes tomorrow. And then for Saturday, early, Friday night into Saturday, into the Caribbean, gusty winds on all these islands here, kind of north of the axis here, and then this one comes along and probably goes up like that. But again, low chance of developing or being more than a moisture surge and maybe some gusty winds if it does indeed affect the islands. All right, guys, so at all eyes on Hawaii, and I hope everybody there is in preparation mode, especially immediately on the Big Island.
Yeah, I mean, we know from an East Coast time perspective, they're 6 hours behind, so it's still early in the morning. But I am wondering, Bryan, as we look at the impacts, we always think of, especially for coastal storms along the Gulf Coast, storm surge. But I'm almost looking at Hawaii like a Bermuda of sorts. Is that safe to say? We have a high surf advisory. Swells are going to be huge, but no coastal flood alerts yet for the islands.
Yeah, so you have to think of two different things. Storm surge is this rise in the above high tide of the stationary water, but then waves, you have giant waves, they can push the water inland too, but that doesn't count as storm surge. So the coast there is very used to giant waves, but this is going to flood some low-lying areas. There are still, even though there aren't beaches on those windward sides of those volcanic islands, there are some low-lying roads, coastal roads. I think it's Route 11 there can be washed out easily and into the Hilo and around the harbor and so forth. They do get water in there. So they're used to this to some degree because this is the side that the energy normally comes from, this eastern side. And as you say, it's not a side with beaches. That's on the other side of the island, and that should not be affected as much. But giant waves can do damage and push water into low-lying areas, and that is expected, but I guess they're used to it. They kind of know where those areas are.
It's interesting because water could wash over those roads. Normally the roads on the volcanic islands are more prone to being not washed away, but taken over by lava with erupting volcanoes. And so we're dealing with water this time. It's a wild time to be in Hawaii. We'll be watching it carefully. Bryan, as always, thank you for the insight.